When your own players stop believing in you, the game is already over. Sophie Cunningham stood in front of cameras during her exit interview and said the words, "Every commissioner fears. I'm just tired of our league." She didn't whisper it. She didn't hide behind corporate speak. She said it like someone who'd been holding her breath underwater for too long. And suddenly, the entire WNBA held its breath with her. This wasn't just another player complaint. This was a revolution. Days earlier, Minnesota Lynx star Napheesa Collier had delivered one of the most brutal player statements in league history. She called WNBA leadership the worst in the world.
But right now, we have the worst leadership in the world. If I didn't know exactly what the job entailed, maybe I wouldn't feel this way.
She accused the league office of negligence. She claimed Commissioner Cathy Engelbert told her that Clark should be grateful for the platform the WNBA gives her. The room went silent. Social media exploded. Players across the league started speaking up. And Sophie Cunningham, she wasn't about to stay quiet either. Cunningham fired off 2 Instagram comments that cut through the noise. People only know Cathy because of C. She's the most delusional leader our league has seen. Then she added, "And it shouldn't about our commission in the first place." Every word hit like a dagger. This wasn't drama for clicks. This was pain turned into power. The timing couldn't be worse. The WNBA's collective bargaining agreement expires October 31st. Both sides remain far apart. The league faces its first real threat of a lockout in its 29-year history. 2 expansion teams are waiting to join. A massive media deal just kicked in. Millions of new fans are watching. This should be the WNBA's golden moment. Instead, it feels like everything might fall apart. At her exit interview, Cunningham didn't hold back. She said people in power at the WNBA don't know anything about basketball. She called the league's leadership shameful for always making everything about themselves. She accused them of failing us as a league, definitely failing us as players. These weren't vague complaints. These were specific accusations from someone who'd seen enough. On her podcast, Cunningham went even further. She pointed at her co-host sitting with his head in his hand, looking bored. "That's how we feel every time she speaks," Cunningham said. "Every time she speaks to us as players, that's how we feel." The frustration was real, the exhaustion was visible, and other players felt the exact same way. Clark backed Collier's statement completely. She said the league needs great leadership during Straight Up, the most important moment in our league. Lexi Hull, a Players Association representative, agreed with everything Collier said. Players across the league spoke up in support. This wasn't one angry voice, this was a movement. But what sparked all this fire? The alleged comments about Clark. Collier claimed Engelbert said Clark should be grateful because without the platform the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. Except that's not reality. Clark was already a national star at Iowa with a valuation of $3.4 million before taking her first professional shot. She had deals with Nike, Gatorade, and State Farm. The league didn't make Clark. Clark helped save the league. In 2024, attendance for Indiana Fever games went from 4,067 per game to over 17,000. They became the first WNBA team ever to draw more than 300,000 fans in a season. 24 WNBA games broke 1 million viewers, and Clark played in 21 of them. ESPN's viewership jumped 170%. Those numbers helped secure a $2.2 billion media deal, and yet player salaries max out at $250,000, while revenue sharing sits around 9%, compared to roughly 50% in major men's leagues. Cunningham herself signed a 1-year deal worth just $100,000 for 2025. The math doesn't add up. The respect isn't there. The players know it. Clark said, "This is the most important moment in this league's history. This league's been around for 25 plus years, and this is a moment we have to capitalize on." She's right. Everything the WNBA has worked for is on the line. The new fans are watching. The media deals are signed. The expansion is happening. But the players who built this momentum feel ignored. They feel dismissed. They feel tired. Kelsey Mitchell hinted at the darkness ahead when asked about free agency. She said simply, "I hope we have a league." Those 5 words carried the weight of every player's fear. What if the contract talks fail? What if there's a lockout? What if the momentum dies? Cunningham called a potential lockout the dumbest basketball decision ever. She's not wrong. The league is finally thriving, fans are finally paying attention, and now it might all grind to a halt because leadership and players can't see eye to eye. This isn't just about money, it's about respect. It's about being heard. It's about leaders who understand the game they're supposed to protect. Sophie Cunningham said it best. "I'm just tired of our league. Our leadership from top to bottom needs to be held accountable." She spoke for every player who feels unseen. Every player grinding overseas because WNBA salaries aren't enough. Every player watching the league grow while their paychecks stay the same. The WNBA is at a crossroads. One path leads to growth, respect, and a stronger future. The other leads to conflict, distrust, and possibly no season at all. The players have made their voices clear. They're united, they're exhausted, and they're not backing down. Now it's up to the people in power to decide. Will they listen? Will they act? Or will they let this historic moment slip away? The clock is ticking. October 31st is coming fast, and the entire basketball world is watching to see what happens next. So what do you think? Are the players right to speak out? Is the commissioner out of touch? Could the WNBA really face a lockout at its biggest moment? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because this story is far from over, and the next chapter could change everything.